go. I think that's okay. It's my time, it's my time. It's that time of the week again. It's Sunday evening, it's 7:30, or just before it is 7:30, and it's my time. This is my Eurovision documentary, blog I should say, not documentary. As you can hear, I'm a bit under the weather today. I've got a sore throat, probably after Super Saturday yesterday. This is the co-host, this is Toby, the beagle. Rabey. He's been in a grumpy mood all day. So in today's episode we've got news of a new person entering Eurovision. Okay, not really. But there is a new country involved within Eurovision, which is one thing at the end which I found out today. We're going over all of last night's Super Saturday and what is in plan for next week. So the first one, obviously at this very moment, Romania are picking their artist. So I think Trooper will probably win with the song Destine, or there's a song by Reganades by a lady. I'm going to grab my other bit of paper. She's called Linda Teredosu with the song Reganades, which is, I think, is the better choice for Eurovision. But Trooper, I think, could do it. Do check my my prediction video out for Selector National and the others. Thank you to over the 100 people who have watched my Dora 2019 video. It's very much appreciated. Lithuania. Some news coming out there this week that Monica Merija, who's got the song Light On, or was in the final before last night, she actually asked the juries and the public not to vote Criminal to the final because she didn't want to sing it. She did prefer Light On. Unfortunately for her, Criminal finished third and will be in that final, so she will sing twice next week in Lithuania's final. I don't know if this is a ploy just to get the song through, because she beat Erica Jennings to third place, Erica Jennings beat her in their heat. So I personally think Criminal is a better song. But a couple of polls out there, on average, it's around about 56% actually prefer Light On. So it's very close, so her vote might get split next week, which means she probably won't be going Eurovision, which is a shame. Despite her having probably the best voice in the competition there, and Criminal being the best song as well. Latvia, Supernova, probably one of the worst supernovas in recent years. Some people say some of the best, I don't know how they can say that personally. Picked Carousel last night, which was a big surprise because Marcus Revo was 99% going to Eurovision last night, because he is such a big name in Latvia, and especially in Supernova, where he does go near enough every year. He did not qualify. I don't think Latvia will qualify this year because they are in that second semi-final of death, where they will. I think they're going to struggle with the likes of Sweden and the likes of Russia in that second semi-final as well. But there is some light at the end of that tunnel. They could do a Portugal. Salvador Sobral had quite a slow song. This is a very slow song and does not pick up whatsoever. Could it do the same just to get into the final? You never know. If that's the only slow song in that final, people might gravitate towards it. We don't know what happens on the night. So that could be one to look for, really. But I don't think it's going to do well. Going over to Dora, 2019, Jacques Holdak is back at Eurovision. But this time as a songwriter. He wrote the winning song last night, The Dream, which Rocco Blažević sang. It was not really a good song last night. I think that was the wrong choice in Croatia, who had some really, really good songs. I'm trying to find them on my sheet. There we go. My favourite was Bojan and Daniela, the duet there. But they were on first. I thought it would get forgotten. But Luka Nitezic with Butado was my favourite. But one up there was Lorena Buchan with Tower of Babylon, which had a really good feel. Was up there. I think it finished second or third. So I think Croatia did pick wrong last night, and that is a shame because the song is not good enough. Heading over to Slovenia. Now, I kind of predicted this one. Zala Kraljic and Gaspar Santil with the song Sepi got through last night. I did actually pick kind of 6 songs last night out of Slovenia because it was a very good final on paper. My favourite was Kim with Rhythm Back to You. She didn't do as well. The final 2 was Zala Kraljic and Gaspar, and Raven, who's obviously been in EMA and Slovenian's national finals over the years as well. She's finished second quite a lot of times now, and she hasn't got through again. And it was a massive majority. It was just under 73% she lost. So that is, over 1 in 3, 2 in 3 people wanted this duet to go through. It's a very simple song, doesn't pick up much of a beat to it. So as long as they keep it simple on the stage like they did last night at EMA, which actually made the song even better, who knows? I think I had it, let me check, I had it 4th on my list, 4th or 5th with actually Raven, funny enough. So I had the 2 rock bands above that, but one was more just because it's a rock band and it wasn't a great sort of song compared to these 2 couple lower down. So all the best to those 2 at Slovenia. They are in that first semi-final, so they have got a very good chance of getting back to the final, Slovenia, like they did last year. So let's wait and see. Because last year's Havrinya by Leah Sirk was a fantastic song. I hoped it would get through. I didn't think it would because I don't think it was people's main sort of music taste, but I'm so glad it did. So let's wait till May and see how Slovenia get on. The only one I got right on Super Saturday, Estonia and Estilau. Victor Krone went through. Now, there was a bit of controversy here because the juries only had him, I think it was around like 9th or 10th out of the 12, which was shocking really, bottom 3. I think it must have been 10th, it was bottom 3. But I found out recently that actually the juries didn't vote on the final performance. So they actually voted on the semi-final performance of Eurovision, of Estilau. So they didn't actually see the improvement that Victor Krone made, and the public got him through. He had a massive lead in the public vote, which is why he got through to that super final and then stormed it. See what I did? Storm. I thought it was funny. So Victor Krone is through. Probably the best song in Estilau. I had it in my top 2. I did prefer Extra Basic Emily J. Hold Me Closest because it was so different compared to anything else being put forward by other countries. But yeah, it was a very good Estilau, one of the best I've seen in years, really. And I'm so happy that they're back at their best, and I think they will get through. And they're in that first semi-final again. And I know Victor Krone did have some vocal problems in his semi-final, hence why I think the juries had him so far low down. But he's through, that's the main thing. Hopefully they won't do too much to his performance because it's really good. And we've got to wait for him in Tel Aviv on the Tuesday night, on the first semi-final. I think Estonia will be back in that Eurovision final after Eleni Nechayeva's great performance last year. I think Victor Krone's going to continue that. And I think in the final, if it does get there, Sweden will be giving it quite a lot of points because obviously Krone is Swedish. Talking about Sweden, we'll get straight there now. This is probably Melody Festival and Heat 3 last night. It's probably the best heat I have seen of Melody for years. It was an absolute bloodbath last night. There was only one song that really wasn't going to qualify, and it was between the other 6. And I've looked at the figures as well. I was quite surprised. Omar was the song that I didn't think would qualify. He actually finished 6th. There was a song that got less votes than him, which I was very sad to hear about actually, because it was a good song that finished last. But Jean-Henrik Fragin got through last night. That was expected. I'm glad they actually said his name first, straight to direct to final. So, but yeah, Lena Headland, obviously one of the ladies from Alcazar, got through to the final. That shook me last night. I didn't think she was one of the people I thought would go straight out. Just because it was a bit of a dated song. It wasn't. It was very hard to pick last night. Other than Omar, I thought would finish last. The other 6 were very, very close together. I didn't think she should go to the final. If she was going to scrape through, I thought Andrea Chanson would have been the way. but she's through. So is another ex-Eurovision Swedish contestant, Martin Sternmark. He obviously did Las Vegas before. He got through. Very good song, actually. I did prefer this song than his Eurovision entry before. He's into Andrew Chanson. It's between him and Lena to get out for Dolly Style to go through in that last 5. And I was very shocked that Dolly Style didn't get through. They didn't get many more votes, actually, than Omar after round 2. It was only 80,000, I think, something like that. So it was very close between those two. So Dolly Style must have just scraped through after round 1. Now, my performance of the night actually goes to Rebecca Carlson. She was flawless last night. I thought she was definitely going to go through with Jean-Henrik Fraugen straight to the final. But when she was named in Andrew Chanson, I think people are going to have to worry about her. She will be in that final. If she is not, something bad is happening in Melody. And it would be a great shame because she was the best. She's got the best song so far in Melody. I think she's up there with Liamu and Hannah Femme from week 2. And probably Victoria is just below that again in week 1. Dolly Style, just mentioned, they haven't got through. Lovers of Valdaro was a great song last night from those two. Especially with them being from the LGBT community as well. I thought they were going to go through. They actually finished last by a good 50,000 votes from Omar, which was a great shame, really, because Omar's song I nearly turned off actually at this point because it bored me, which is a shame because Robin Sternberg is a great songwriter, but it was kind of in his style, and I don't think Omar picked it off at all. So Lovers of Valdaro, shame they didn't get through last night. Better luck next time. Poland picked their artist this year. They picked Tallulah. This is going to kind of remind me back to Poland when it came back in 2014 with Cleo and Donatan. I think we could be seeing the milkmaids back. I think it's more to do with the national dress they wear. It's no offence caused there. Can't wait to hear the song, see how good it is. Poland have struggled in recent years picking wrong people. I have to wait and see when the song's released. Now, I did mention at the beginning of the video, we had a new country joining the Eurovision party. And oh, Canada! They will be joining this year. Just showing the contest, all 3 shows, both semis and the final. OMNI television will be broadcasting for a Canadian audience for the first time. So, from what I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong. So it'll be great to see Canada's reaction on Eurovision, the greatest party in the world. And we'll have to wait and see. So next week we have 5 finals again being picked. The last of the big 5 to reveal their artist. Germany picked next Friday, the 22nd. They'll pick their song as well. So it'll be great to see Barbara Schöneberg back on TV. For obviously Eurovision purposes. And then Saturday we have 5 finals. Hungary, the Adal final will be on. Ukraine's Vidba will be back for the final of that. Denmark perform their great final that usually has been a bit slacking in the last couple of years, but the best song seems to have got through. And Lithuania, let's see if Monica Merja will get through to the Eurovision stage with Criminal. I hope so. And then, last but not least, Sweden, week 4 of Melody Festival and the last heat. Do apologise. And this is the big final for Melody Festival, a big heat. Got Anton Hagman, Lisa Ajax, obviously Jean Ludwig is in this one. He performs last in this heat. Obviously he wrote the UK song, so we'll wait and see. But you have Arvin Garner, who this is their 5th Melody Festival. They went to Eurovision 93 and finished 7th. So another former contestant. They're a band, so let's wait and see what they do. No one's actually tuned in this week, which is a shame. Everyone must be busy. We're probably watching Selecta Nacional. So that's it from me this week. If you do like the video, put a thumbs up. If you don't, thumb down. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my other content. A lot of national finals were done this week, so I'll be uploading those this week. Check out the rest of them. That's basically it. The bee was being quiet today. He's actually sleeping, which is a big change. Any questions, leave them in the comments or add me on my Snapchat sjraby89. It will all be in the description below. And I think that's it today. Have a good week, guys.